Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Alf here, and today I am bringing you another one of my topics. And in today's topic, I will be discussing London's pros and cons. And first of all, I'll be discussing the gameplay. And this gameplay, I go 13-11 with a DSR, one express, free for all. The gameplay is pretty fast paced, but there is some bits where I do go on a tiny bit, like a little bit of a death streak, and that's about it. Let's jump straight into it. First of all, I'll be covering the pros first. I was going to do the cons first to get all the bad news out the way and then jump straight into the good, but I switched it about a bit, and that's about it, yeah. So, the first topic is, we have everything. London has everything, and if you don't know what I mean by that, it is, we have all the amusement parks, we have shops in walking distance, we have bars, pubs, clubs. I'm not boasting or nothing. We just, like, compared to my mate Beijing, where he lives in Devon, I was speaking to him the other day, and he was talking about how London's better compared to Devon, because we have shops in walking distance, we have certain shops that he doesn't have in his area, and yeah. So the second topic that we're moving on to is pubs, bars and clubs. Pubs around here are pretty good, but they are full of crackheads. The bars are better than the pubs, and the bars are pretty nice and decent around here, and the clubs, yeah, they actually are really nice. They can get a bit slaggy, but yeah. And the main topic that I'm moving on to is the housing in London. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean the housing that's left in London, because London is the capital of Great Britain. It is kind of packed in a way with businessmen and women and stuff like that. And it's these days in London, it's so hard to get a house, because the houses are full. And yeah, like my mum took her quite a few years to get a new house before I was born. It took at least 4 years to get a house, and then we finally got one. And then my mum had a brother and sister. So I think we've covered most of the good stuff about London, and yeah, so let's move on to the cons. Some of this stuff can be a bit gory, not too gory, it's not really gory in such a way, it's just not that pleasant, if you know what I mean. So the cons, gangs around London are piles of shit, and basically the gangs around here are hell. They trouble you with anything. If you have something they like, then they'll snatch it. They're a bit like magpies. Magpies are attracted to shiny things and will take whatever they come into sight, like have in sight. And yeah, crimes in London. There is tons of crimes. And last week, a boy outside my school did actually get stabbed and died in the hospital. He was age 14. He was on the bus coming back from Holloway School, just like half an hour from my school, and the bus stop was at, because there's a bus stop outside my school. He actually got off the bus, or just about to get off the bus, and a boy actually stabbed him. So that's quite unfortunate. And yeah, the crimes in London, there's tons of stabbings, robberies, and there's a lot of stuff. Like the other day, my mum actually did report a what's it called? A chase, because some guy actually did run into, which is now a Tesco Metro now, but a guy did run into there and actually start loads of, like, not war in such a way, but he started loads of havoc with the shopkeepers, with robbing stuff, and yeah. And the the 5th thing, or 6th, something like that. Anyway, it don't matter about the order, it's just what I need to cover, because I've got a list here. And the next thing is always being chased for your belongings. And in London, you get chased for whatever they want. And if anything they want, anything that involves money and has got a good bidding price for it, and they'll snatch and grab it, and then it'll be gone. They could be working by themselves or with 20 man. It doesn't make a difference. And yeah, as I said, like in the previous previous like bullet points, they're like magpies. They'll take down for any. They're like hawks. They'll hunt you for anything that you have that they can sell to make a living off. Yeah, and 10. I don't really covered a bullet point like this, but stabbings and murders. There is quite a few murders around here, and my dad actually did lose one of his friends called Ben Kinsella. He might have heard of him. He actually did get stabbed 12 times, I think it was, because he broke up a fight. But I'll get onto that bullet point in a minute. So stabbings and murders. Stabbings in London is crazy. There's tons of stabbings a week, and there's a certain area in London called Brixton, which is hell. It's just like, it's just insane. The stabbings and stuff that happen down there is just, yeah, as I said, insane. And the murders that happen in London are pretty frequent, but everyone wants to start war with either if it's gangs or just because you're not handing over your stuff to them. They will actually stab you either for it, or they will stab you so you don't be a snitch and snake to the police or stuff like that. And the final topic that I will be talking about is a person that my dad lost, and that is Ben Kinsella. You may have heard of him in books that his sister did read, and on the news, because it was a pretty big thing. Basically, my cousin like graduated this one from from college, I think, and college or university, and he got good grades. He was a good kid, and he got A's and B's, which is pretty good. And then one day he walked out of a pub, and his mate was not his mate. Some guy was arguing and trying to start a fight with another guy, and then my dad's mate Ben tried breaking it up, and then the boy that started it thought that Ben was against him and trying to harm him in a way. So when Ben was walking home by himself, with his mate, going back to his house, they actually chased him and they stabbed him. But then the police found out the next day, and then he was actually dead from internal bleeding. He was stabbed 12 times, I believe it was. And they did get caught. They was caught on CCTV in London, and they are now in prison for 17 years. I believe there was like 3 or 4 guys with them. Yeah. So I know London sound like a proper shithole and somewhere you don't want to come, but it is good. It's just not one of the most frequent places for bad stuff that happen, like stabbings and all the other stuff like. So if you enjoyed this topic, give it a thumbs up rating, and if you think it deserves more than a like, give it a favourite, which I've never said, I think, and share to friends and maybe your family that watch YouTube videos to get this channel out there. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.